I'm sure you can appreciate that.
You're looking for a Mr. Ibrahim
the way
Amari.
you manage your affairs and operations, but
Nothing.
down from each month and do not.
It's nothing.
Yes.
You were already blue when I
On
got
camera at the moment.
Go, Paul. Go.
Just before she talks.
And then her eyes fly open.
Ellis, what the hell are you doing? We're getting this guy.
Didn't do anything.
Come to it.
Special branch bomb bungle.
Do you want to mic me?
Violent
Yeah, I do.
explosion.
Into my teeth.
As police fumble.
So,
bomb
welcome to the
investigation,
Flophouse, guys.
Reforming as
No, Mrs. Gabrielle, Paul Francis.
At least two
No, they
dead.
know me, girl.
Last
They're on
mistake.
point on the
Special
alleged
branch
bomb
bomb
ban.
I am
Responsible officers not reachable at the
hungry.
time. Mr.
No,
Count.
no.
Prejudice leech.
He looks
Explosive
very
faced
tasty
on
right
special
now.
branch
I didn't think we could call
Who
on
did you
with
meet
your
before you had this gap of
This is
memory?
mine.
bankers now.
You
I don't think it's wrong. I think they're doing unchristian work.
S3-13.
I want
They're all of us.
you
We saw what is
to
happening.
see if you can resuscitate Mary,
yes,
and
perfect.
if there's anything you
decided?
know about this Nathan, she would probably
Brighton
know
with
it.
the family. You want to come with? Is that right?
Is
He's,
that
old enough to be out on a little
what you
bit, and I
want?
know you.
Want?
Bernard sometimes help me to pick up stuff, and you can help me.
Not appropriate. We're talking about evidence material.
He said paperwork was clear and he was just going in to get it. This was,
Make it happen.
No, if you feel that I can be trusted.
I hope, believe it or not, presence can answer some questions for
You
you.
look dreadful.
I imagine I do.
You will not destroy your research.
Lethal force.
Do it.
Don't you see that we are entering into a world that is
I
not
opened fire
yours
on
but
him.
fucking mine?
No man is an island, entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. A clod to be washed away by the sea. Europe is the less. As well as if a promontory were. As well as if a manor of thy friends or thy own were. Any man's death diminishes me, because I am involved in mankind, and therefore never sent to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. Meditations 17. John Donne, priest, poet and soldier, 1572 to 1631. For more than 150 years, Armley Gaol has been squatting like a grey-brown toad under a steel-grey sky, heavy with rain. It swallowed tens of thousands of criminals, slowly digesting unique individuals to a seething mass of human filth. The lucky ones are shut out into a world that no longer wants them, with 40 quid and a rail ticket to build a new life. The unlucky ones are buried in cheap pine boxes, all their hopes and fears forgotten. But Armley Gaol remembers. Every execution, every cut, every jugging, every beating, every rape, every broken mind, and every overdose absorbed into the never-dying fatty flesh of the great limestone beast of Leeds. The hangings ended here in June 1961. Hungarian Sisa Pankotia, the last sacrifice here to the gods of law and order. But not the last sacrifice. Not by far. In 1990, the Howard League of Penal Reform launched an independent inquiry into the death of 5 teenage boys inside the newly remade HM Leeds. No public inquiry was ever made. Just 5 out of thousands, whose fate will never be known to anyone outside. Still, their muffled screams are still heard some nights, on the third landing of Wing B. In a vain attempt to tame the ravenous beast, the jail underwent extensive renovations between 1994 and 2001, with a new gatehouse and induction wing replacing the brutal fore-medieval castle edifice that used to scare even the cockiest new prisoner into silence on arrival. Instead, new prisoners are shown into a series of deceptively bright rooms filled with motivational posters and polite screws. Perhaps Armley is more a deep-sea fish than a toad these days, dangling a light of humane treatment and decent staff in front of new prisoners. And then the jaws snap shut. You, B374/22 Ward, and B369/13 Richards, should suffer from no such illusions. Nothing could still have prepared you for the borderline Dickensian horror of B-Wing. 6 months of courthouse jail, solitary confinement and drawn-out trials should have beaten hope out of you. But still, you find it hard to breathe as the light of the security door changes to red and you're pushed into the vast hallway. What goes through your mind? What goes through your mind, B374/22 Ward?
Mainly rage. I'm so goddamn angry about pretty much everything. I think that's the thing keeping me from being afraid. I'm just too angry to be afraid. But still, I need to keep it all in. So I look around this cesspool filled with human refuse. What can I do? Other than do whatever Axis Mundi want, whoever the hell they are. That seems to be all that's going to happen now. I do as they tell me in this little game. Ridiculous. All of it is completely farcical. But I don't have a choice. And I just keep my eyes down, try not make any eye contact with anyone, and try and put on a front.
How about you, B369/13 Richards?
I've missed the birthdays of the twins. And John, now latest. I've written to Sarah, trying to encourage her. That sin will indeed be punished, and I stepped too close to the line. My fingers itch. I have been told something completely different. Ellis showed up. My mind is crinkled and dry like a sponge, hard and somehow porous, trying to find new truths in this, trying to find new purpose. Now, with this, the things that I have with me, including the crucifix, maybe there is more to find.
There are 3 more of you at the door, not counting the 10 screws behind you, of course. B406 Budanov, the tattooed Kensington Russian gangster from Paul's induction cell. God only knows what he's in for. B148/54 Masri, 23-year-old local Arab bloke who's in here for holding on to his mate's clumps of hash, at least the way he tells it. He's shaking all over. He's not made for prison, you can see that immediately. B324/78 Tate. His tiny smile on a tiny head balanced on top of a refrigerator-like torso towering over you. What an absolute unit of a bloke, this one. From up north, judging by the accent. All 5 of you stop dead in your tracks at the sound assaults your eardrums and the sight of B-ward punches into your brains. 5 or 6 of you, if you count the unseen shadow trailing just behind the screws. Even you, Ellis, shielded from sight, Feel a sting of dread at what unfolds in front of you. B ward is hundreds of feet long, reaching up 50 feet to a vaulted cathedral-like ceiling above. It radiates outwards from a central hub where the guard cages can see equally well into the equally vast A, B and C wings, with easy access to the administration wing. No need for cameras here. An old-school panopticon prison. No windows up there. Everything basked in the sterile light tubes. Everything painted in concrete or metal grating. 3 levels of landings run along both walls, divided by questionable suicide nettings, metal stairways and double-locked gates. And the sound hits you. The blaring of rap and breakbeat music mixing with the din of agitated voices. It's madhouse up there. Some tellies on the news, others bearing out some insipid soap. The screws start pushing you towards the stair to the upper landing. Here on the bottom floor are the cafeteria areas, pool tables, a couple of ping pong tables further down. All the cell doors are open. Inmates are on the landings. They're down in the cafeteria on the bottom floor staring at you, or minding their own business intensely, curious, jaded, hostile. Ellis, you manage to slip past the door before it shuts behind the screws and the prisoners being pushed in front of you. Just barely. They run a pretty tight ship here, and you almost walk straight into an arm that is only somehow instinctually withdrawn at the last moment, and you pass through. You are just as locked in as everybody else. What passes through your mind?
Focus. I am intensely focused, and in a way calm. I've been adrift from purpose and all the people I care for 6 months, and now I'm back on track. I have my eyes on the people that matters to me, and I intend to learn as much as I can by observing them and this new space that they are confined to be able to protect them. It's as simple as that.
An invisible, protective angel. An angel with unusual appetites, to be sure. None of the other prisoners seem to even suspect your presence there. You can see them being shoved, pushed forward. The huge bloke, Tate, B324/78, walks deliberately a bit slowly, making the screws push him, even giving him a quick kidney punch. He exaggerates the pain and goes down half on a knee and then rises up smiling.
Nah, it's alright. It's all alright. Just keep a positive attitude and it's going to be an experience for life. Well, maybe it's going to be life.
I look at him curiously, wondering what he's in for and what he's out for.
Are you on third? No talking, no chatting. We're just here to put you in.
Before you know it, you're up on the first landing. The B1 numbered cells. It's poor Masri's time. They open a small metal cage door and pushes him out onto the landing. He turns around, grabs the bars that are closed behind him with a bang.
"Won't you follow me to the cell? Isn't that... Oh, Tate says, looks like they got special treatment in for us. No, you're on your own. It's right down there. Just keep moving. Hold on to your stuff. Get into your cell and everything's gonna be fine. It's association time right now, huh? Oh crap, do we really have it in for us letting us in during association time? Tate says.
You know each other?
No, this is association time. Doors are open and they're letting us in. Not fucking usual, this I can tell you. B148/54 starts hesitatingly move along the landing. Doors on his right side. The drop down to the cafeteria, just one floor down on his other side. There are groups of lean, well-trained men in clumps standing all over the railing. A screw screams at one of them to not lean on the landing, one of the 27 rules of the housing unit in HM Leeds. A group of Mid-Eastern-looking men approaches the poor sod as you start walking up or pushed up the next pair of stairs. Those are his new best mates, to be sure. You can hear him sobbing all the way up the stairs to landing 3. It's your turn. The din subsides a little. The door to the landing opens. The main screw, big fella, early 60s, grey hair, wheezes at you as he pushes you in. In you go. May God have mercy on you, you fucking traitors. Your cells are as far away as you possibly can get from this stairwell. All the way along the landing, round the back, and on the other side. No matter if you take a left round or the right round, the clockwise or the counterclockwise, it's about the same distance. The screws could easily have let you out on that stairwell, just next to your cells, but they didn't. A quick approximation tells you that you have to go past about 50 cells to get to your new home. You hear the steps of the screws fade away and the sounds of them shutting themselves into their cages in the hub of the radial. Not a single screw on the landing. You're alone, in your grey tracksuits, still in the shiny shoes you wore to court, carrying a see-through Ziploc bag containing your starter set of canteen rations. 3 t-shirts, grey, a toothbrush, toothpaste, a bottle of liquid soap, a pack of Earl Grey baggies, and 1 baggie tobacco wristlers. Alone except for a few hundred inmates. Some you might have put in here yourself at some point. And at least 3 of whom hunger for your blood in a more literal way than the rest possibly can. You can almost hear the great toad beast swallow and burp in satisfaction. Your hunt has begun, but you feel more like the hunted. Of the 50 or so men on the landing, 10-15 of them are gathered up in clumps of 4 or 5. 3 of them you would have to walk past if you went right. 3 other groups you'd have to walk past if you went left. It's hard to see the difference at first. Some of them have private clothes, sportswear, sneakers. Mostly you're reduced to defining them by their outward appearance. 2 groups on the right seem to be a clump of black men, probably South London, and a group of mixed white guys and Arab-looking fellas standing closer. On the left side, 2 groups of mostly white guys. One of the groups has a small Asian guy among them. He's jumping up and down and cranking his neck like he's softening up his body. The thump of the rap music
but you can hear the sneers. Everyone's waiting for the screws to get out of hearing distance. You've been standing there for no more than a couple of seconds. And you're about to take your first steps.
I think to myself what I've been thinking on the way here. None of us are safe in here. But in a strange way, it's might be safer than out there. No one is expecting us to continue our work from here, which is the whole plan. The unit on the outside will be safer as well with us in here. Now we just need to move carefully, but without dallying, find friends, and find out who our enemies are. What should I think of when it comes to who I might approach and who I shouldn't?
You've been turning it over in your head during the night. What factors would be used to narrow shit down here? You think about what you know. The adversity to sunlight, the food requirements, the mood swings of the things you hunt. Anyone in here, just looking at them, anyone in here, you gotta know more. The parameters are set, of course. It cannot pass unnoticed. If you feed off other prisoners for years, somebody must know something. Does that guy know? That dude with a Tottenham tattoo in his forehead, staring straight at you from one of the groups on the left? Or that guy in the Sikh turban, who is turning his face away when you look towards him? Someone's got to know something. And there's nowhere for suspects to run.
Seeing the guy, the small guy, bouncing up and down, softening up his body, I just make a quick decision to take the route to the right and go around counterclockwise.
I, on the other hand, will give Paul one fleeting look before just casting my gaze down. I find it hilarious. Yes, in this situation, Paul's military training will be extremely useful. My training, utterly useless. It is one of the many things that if I get the chance, will talk a great deal with these Arcadan people. What bright spark thought putting the Doctor in the undercover investigation? Who thought that would be useful? Utter idiocy. For now, I simply need to, I suppose, head the opposite direction. I'm just going to simply try and get to my cell. I imagine, looking at the little zip bag in my hands, that won't be in my possession much longer. Never mind.
So they are splitting up?
They're splitting up. They're making one of two smart choices, and they just made it.
Fucking idiots. It's just make it harder
No one knows Francis' face from the press. Maybe that is what's going on through his mind. He's unknown. They don't even know that he's a cop. Not yet. Everybody knows Paul. Everybody. If he associates, that's it.
Yeah. I decide to, if I can, follow Paul, because he can hold his own, but he's also a target, so... But it's hard, because Francis is small, and people could just jump on him, because he is not, like, a big, brawny man, because you aren't, right? If I remember it correctly.
No.
No. So I hesitate, and it's like, who... Fuck.
You have a heartbeat before your decision is made for you. Left or right? Francis or Paul?
Paul.
Francis is the one who runs into conversation the first. Maybe because the first few clots of people on the right side just fade away, pretending not to have seen Paul even. Small guy starts walking past, pushing past the other groups. Hey,
Hey, hey, mate.
Yes?
Another one from the clique steps forward in front of the small guy. Where are you from?
North London.
North London? Yeah. Should be moving up a bit. Yeah. This here's the Bradfords.
Oh.
Bradford, local place, unless you misremember.
You don't say. How interesting.
Yeah, good for you that London's coming for you. Well, I've been tempted to make a loan of that sweet burn you got there. He says and gestures towards the tobacco.
Oh. Why, I certainly don't need it. If you want it, why not?
He shines up. You see, small guy from London is trying to push his way past. Someone blocks him. Not violently, but those two guys, one in a hockey shirt, football shirts forbidden, of course, and a big guy in a parka with holes in it, just blocks his way. And you are out of tobacco. His hand pushes into the bag, grabs it, takes it out with a practiced quick motion. He just moves to his cell, closes the door. One of his mates knocks on the door, knocks again. 3 of them stand out there. Hey, mate, can we smoke with you? Mate? And then London's on to you. What the fuck you do that for? You gave burned to Bradford? What you get burned to Bradford for? You're from London, like us, yeah?
Well, he just took it.
No. That's how it's going to be, yeah? He grabs your arm and starts pulling you along. And he's like, yeah, you're going to get shit taken from you every day. Is that what we're going to live with in London, yeah? Is that what London town's going to be like up here? Just taking and taking? No, we take. You know, you get it? Fucking stupid ass.
Well, I guess I have to learn then. Maybe I can make it up to you by giving you everything else. I don't need it.
You know you're going to be stinky on us on top of everything else? Oh, you piece of work. You don't want it. But his words sting. It's hard to keep cool knowing that you've done a mistake your first 30 seconds in prison. He's going for you, banging into you all the way when he's slowly walking you towards your cell. This is not a good start. He's making a hard opening. So you're trying to deflect, be servile. Roll a manipulation plus
subterfuge?
Subterfuge, yes. Actually, it should be your resolve and subterfuge. So it's trying to hold it in. You're trying to come off as completely useless.
Pretty much, especially since what I really want to say is how utterly appalled I am at this very person's existence, but I know that will get me a shiv in the back.
Yeah, so let's see if you manage to keep it in.
3 successes.
You're gonna need one more.
Well, in that case, I'll use willpower. I will mark 1 superficial damage and reroll 2 of the dice. Now it's a critical success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay, look, I didn't mean to be so hard on you, but you gotta know this. Armley eats people like you, yeah? I'm just here looking out for you. London's looking out for you. Got that? I just need to be hard out there. He's walked you all the way up to his cell.
Give this man a look. For a moment, I worry that my hatred of this individual is showing, but I'm surprised that it doesn't seem to be. I quickly mutter under my breath, listen, I get it. I can be useful to you. You want tobacco? I can get you tobacco. I can get you better things than tobacco. I'm a doctor. I'm going to be probably working on the medical wing, you understand?
Probably? You got a gig there? You got a dig in a dock ward?
Yes.
Oh, alright, gonna treat you like China candy.
Of course, as long as you watch my back, right? London. London.
Yeah, London. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm just right over there. B354, yeah?
B354. Oh, I'll remember that.
Yeah, /12. Yeah, me's Guy.
Sure thing, Guy. Help me out and I'll make sure you get a little something.
You're gonna be taken care of like it's your pension, governor.
I smile. Again, amazed I'm able to hold the smile. What a disgusting little rodent. But again, that's the only thing I have. The only edge I have in here is knowing things. I know things. I'm intelligent. I can deal with that in this regard, at least.
On the bed in your cell, your cellmate is sitting. He looks up. Eyes piercing blue. Shaved head. Big nose. One ear looks like it's been cut. Striped t-shirt, tight over athletic body. It's gotta be 6 feet. Muscled like a brick wall. Sneakers. The entire left wall is just completely plastered with Polaroid pictures. Yeah, it's either him or it's this girl holding a little kid. Gets up, smiles broadly, and extends a ham of a hand. Hi, I'm Donny. How are you?
Ward. I extend the hand very stiffly. Once again, I don't want to make another mistake. I'm going to shake this man's hand.
He shakes it vigorously. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, yeah?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it immensely. What's with the photographs? Are they yours?
Nah, wish they were. And the last guy was in here. I've been thinking, taking him down and replacing him with porn, but you know, after 5 years, man wants variety.
I just nod, and I look at the photographs. I'm actually curious.
It's family pictures. On the other side of the landing, Ellie's here walking just a few steps behind.
Yeah, I'm also trying to kind of put an eye back to Francis, and I'm already regretting my choice, and I'm like, this is not gonna work. I cannot. Okay, Paul, okay. Focus on Paul. Francis will be fine.
The trend continues. They're just looking away. No one is engaging Paul. It's like they seems to have an unspoken agreement not even to see the man. They get closer and closer to the first clump of lads. See, one of them steps out, fans out, leans against the wall. There's clearly no space to move past without stopping or barging through them. All of them are smaller than you. Tattoos. One of them has a face tattoo. None of them have any sign of any special affiliation or anything like that. Just a bunch of Arab blokes. Hey there. What you in for?
As I come up and I see them forming a wall, I just stop rather than barging through them.
Didn't you hear me? Mimi makes me curious. What you in for? Perfectly normal question. First day, no?
You sure you don't know already?
Ah, you know, counselor be telling me to try to take other people's perspectives, you know? So I gonna give that a shot, yeah? So your perspective. What you in for?
Have you ever been faced by the one you trusted the most and turns his everything against you, and you only got one choice to make, to take him down or fall yourself?
You see one of his friends looks up at him, another one cocks his head. Yeah! That's like... Yeah, you shouldn't have done that, man. You don't fuck with the guy on top, you know? That's like a basic rule of the laws of power. But yeah, that's how you see it, yeah?
That's how I see it.
I would like you to roll intimidation plus charisma.
Great.
I mean, they were a bit in shock. This was not the answer they were expecting. It's actually a spot-on perfect prison answer. The challenge is challenging, but I'm gonna step it down to 3 successes because of that particular angle.
That is 2 successes.
It's not gonna be enough. They're not gonna buy it.
I see the moments of hesitation, and something tells me I have this first chance. It's gonna spread quickly. I try to stand firm, try to act as if I'm expecting a reaction, and I will strike that willpower. 4 successes. No, actually, that was a critical. It's 2 zeros, 2 10s. So I guess it's 5.
They immediately open the wall. And that's the first thing that happens. Didn't see that coming. But they keep on walking with you towards your cell. You're like, yeah. So, your superior called a bad decision and you just fucking shot him?
He didn't.
Man!
He didn't just call a bad decision. He was gonna have us all killed. Or worse.
That's some risky business. But yeah, how it feel being an attempted cop killer? Nah, don't answer that. I can get it. It's sensitive. That's sensitive stuff. Even I know that. But you gotta respect the man who takes action, right?
I try to play along with his game as if indeed this is sensitive stuff. I try to send the right signals. But I move along and I say, "You been here long?"
Nah. Transferred here. What is it now? Yeah, 6 months ago. So yeah. No. Not very long. Birmingham.
Brahmi.
Yeah. No, I was in there. Yeah, me myself. Yeah, I'm from Camden actually. Yeah, you couldn't tell, right? But yeah, no, born. Actually, I was just on my spin. You know, he kept transferring me to different prisons. No fucking idea why.
Are you sure you don't know why?
One of his mates got... Yeah, no fucking idea why. No fucking idea why.
You seem to be of a different opinion, I say, and I turn to the one giggling nervously.
Yeah. You know, he here become mental, yeah. Completely mental. That's what he is. A mental man. Yeah, I call him Mental Lint. That's what I call him.
I try to gauge his reaction to what his friend is saying.
Yeah,
I'm prepared to do what it takes. I'm prepared to rage when it has to be rage, you know? Not if I can see the subtlety of my ways.
So yeah.
Not the screws, certainly.
Your game is not getting out then?
You gotta do what you gotta do. It's easy as that. Otherwise it's not gonna be fun when you go out, you know?
When you go out, I say, which can have a double meaning, I think to myself.
They're moving closer to your door now. You're no more than 20 steps away. There's a cluster of people around your door. Your door, by the way, is just... How many doors are that? Yeah, not many doors from Francis. Maybe 3-4 cells between you.
I see him on the other side, moving with someone else.
Yeah, he's completely into that conversation. You can see his anger immediately. The other guy doesn't seem to.
As a side to the people coming along with me, to this self-proclaimed madman, I ask, anything you can tell me about the one I'm sharing with?
Yeah. You have our little, you got a little songbird in there, yeah? Let's keep it that way, yeah? It's our little entertainment. Don't change that. Don't change that and we will get along just fine. You're a good man. Hard man. Not too hard. You can be civil, right? You can be civil.
Who doesn't like a bit of singing?
Right? Good. The guys at the door are looking down on the floor, but they are standing blocking your door. 2 of them are Persian from the look of it. 3rd and 4th, easy to spot. They got turbans on. 2 Sikh guys and 2 Arabs just blocking the door, looking down. I think, we association soon over, so we gotta get back to our little rooms, yeah? You enjoy your house now, and you enjoy your little stereo bird in there, okay?
If you say so.
It's like they're not even acknowledging the fact that a gang of 4 is blocking the entryway into your housing unit.
I look them over. The first thought is, of course, they may be sympathizers to Khan somehow, even though he's on the other side. He's a Sikh himself. I have no idea if this is a religious thing. I'm not gonna weaken myself by standing there and asking the others for help. So, I go up, and as there's another wall in front of me, I stop again, and I just look down at them.
None of them raise their eyes to meet yours. 2 of them are squatting in front of the door, 2 are standing, all this looking down, arms crossed. It's deadpan silence. Your crew, your new acquaintances, hanging back about 10 meters behind you. But you have your shadow right behind you. Ellis, you've managed to go around the other crew, so you're right behind Paul at this moment.
Yeah, it's extremely frustrating not being able to act, and I know that if things will go down, I won't be able to. I'm just trying to keep my eyes open to kind of grasp what's going on so I can intercept it if possible in any way. Even if it's just putting out a leg that someone will trip over or something.
Yeah, as you look at them, you notice that the door is open. It's ajar about half a hand width, And there's someone in there in the cell. You can see that through the little hatch. The doors are solid steel, but there's a hatch in eye height, like 5 foot up. And through there you can just see a shadow moving quickly across the cell inside. But the door is still blocked by the dudes.
Yeah, I also think that I'm thinking that if there is someone in here that is a kindred, they are look for people that are super loyal. I'm thinking about the landlord that had these loyal followers. That's one. The other one is also don't forget the screws, because if there is someone that only works night shifts, he could actually go home, sleep, and come back and be in here, and that is also something that we have to kind of have in mind as well. So I try to kind of look at everything at the same time, but also have Paul in focus.
Paul is just standing there right now. The guys in the quiet blocking gang still not moving a muscle. There's a clock on the wall. Ticks out. Another minute. You've been here for 10 minutes now. Already someone is getting in your face. Directly in your face in this case. Not violently. Quietly, stoically. What the fuck do you do now?
I look them over from the left to the right, back again. Just see these downcast faces. You're looking for a friend? Or why are you standing here?
One of them breathes harder. The other one to his right, one of the Sikh dudes, takes his hand and squeezes it a little bit, and they keep on looking down. But two of them are visibly starting to get agitated.
I can see that you are people of faith. Judged by your appearance. Our faiths may be different, but that has nothing to do with why I'm here. We pray to a God, and He is with us. I did not kill one of your kin, and that was never my intention. I am here, and I can be your friend.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we play the 3rd season of the chronicle No Man is an Island for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Our storyteller was Martin Ericsson, and we were also joined by Anna-Karin Linder. The music was created by Lola Zaza, and the sound effects are from the fine folks at freesound.org, zapsplat.com, and Sirenscape. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon: Martin Heuschober, Nastasia Raulerson, Simon Cooper, David, Julia, Camilla, Ludwig Manford, Bob Lange, Julián, and Cameron for their generous support. And we would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for Cult of Anti Lost and Coriolis there, as well as get early and raw access to all of our recordings. You can also hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon, as well as play Cult with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. And remember, death is not the end.